My beloved child, before this moment passes, listen carefully because something unusual is moving toward your life, and if you understand this message fully, you will never look at ordinary moments the same way again. Right now, while everything around you seems normal, while the air outside your home feels still and familiar, there is a hidden moment forming that you did not expect. A quiet arrival. A silent sign. A mysterious black bag is closer than you think, and what it carries is not random, not accidental, and not placed there without meaning. Do not skip, because the beginning always hides what the ending reveals. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and every word matters more than you realize. There are moments when life gives no warning before everything changes. No loud sound. No dramatic signal. Only a small interruption that looks ordinary until your heart begins to feel that something different has entered your space. That is why tonight feels different. That is why your thoughts have been restless. That is why you keep sensing that something important is near even when you cannot explain it. Some people ignore signs because they arrive quietly. But this one will not stay hidden for long. A black bag. No bright color. No name on the outside. No message attached where everyone can see it. Just something left near your door as if it belongs there, as if it has always been meant to arrive exactly now. And what makes this moment powerful is not the bag itself. It is what waits inside it. Before that moment happens, your heart may feel uncertain. You may wonder why today feels heavier than yesterday. Why certain memories suddenly return. Why names you have not thought about in a long time begin crossing your mind again. This is because some moments announce themselves quietly before they appear physically. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine hearing a faint sound outside your door. Not loud enough to alarm you, just enough to make you pause. A step. A movement. Then silence again. You wait. You listen. And something inside you says this is not ordinary. When you open the door, there it is. Dark, simple, still. A mysterious black bag placed carefully, almost respectfully, as if whoever brought it understood that what rests inside is too important for noise. And suddenly your heartbeat changes. Because sometimes what arrives silently carries answers louder than words. Inside that bag is something connected to a chapter you thought was finished. Something linked to a prayer you almost forgot you whispered. Something tied to a delay that made no sense when you lived through it. Not everyone notices when destiny arrives quietly. Many expect brightness, celebration, obvious signals. But some of the strongest moments come wrapped in silence. There is a reason the bag is black. Because black hides details until the exact second you are ready to see them. It teaches patience before revelation. It asks you not to rush what is meant to unfold carefully. You may think the first thing inside will be large, dramatic, impossible to ignore. But often the first thing is small. Folded carefully. Waiting. A note. Not long. Not complicated. Just enough words to make your entire body still. Because sometimes a single sentence carries the weight of years. And the note does not explain everything immediately. It only says enough to make you understand that whoever prepared this knew your silent questions. Knew the nights you doubted. Knew the mornings you smiled while carrying invisible weight. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Then beneath that note is another object. Wrapped carefully. Protected. Deliberate. You hesitate before touching it because your spirit already senses this is not ordinary. You begin to understand that this bag was not dropped at your door to surprise you only for a second. It was placed there to awaken something inside you that has been waiting quietly for the right moment. What is inside does not belong to fear. It belongs to revelation. And the most surprising part is that what you first expected to find is not there at all. No ordinary gift. No random object. No meaningless delivery. Instead, every item inside seems connected, like pieces of a message that only become clear when seen together. A folded paper. A key. A small sealed envelope. And suddenly your thoughts race because you know deep inside that ordinary people do not send meaning like this without purpose. Do not skip. There are seasons when answers come slowly, but when they finally arrive, they come carrying more than expected. That is why this moment matters. Because the black bag is not just about what is placed outside your door. It is about what is about to open inside your heart. The key itself looks simple, but something about it feels older than expected, almost symbolic, almost like it belongs not only to a lock but to a waiting moment. And now you understand that the bag carries more than objects. It carries timing. It carries confirmation. It carries proof that unseen things have been moving long before you noticed. Some people watching right now already feel this deeply, because they know what it means when something silent begins approaching after a long season of waiting. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The sealed envelope remains untouched because instinct tells you it should be opened last. Some truths are strongest when received in order. First the note. Then the key. Then what follows. And as your hand reaches deeper inside the black bag, your breathing slows because there is one final item resting beneath everything else. It feels heavier than expected. Not because of size. Because of meaning. You lift it carefully, and in that exact second, you realize this mysterious arrival was never random. It was connected to something already unfolding around you, something you almost missed because it arrived quietly. And just when you think you understand what this moment means, you notice one final detail written inside the bag itself, hidden where only careful eyes would see it. This arrived exactly when you were ready. Do not move too quickly now. Because what comes next changes how everything before this moment makes sense. Stay here, because the next part reveals why that black bag could only arrive now, and why what remains unopened matters even more than what you have already seen. But the moment your fingers touch the sealed envelope, everything becomes even more unusual, because some messages are not meant to be opened quickly, they are meant to be felt before they are understood. You pause, holding it carefully, sensing that what comes next may explain why this black bag arrived in silence and why your door became the chosen place for something so unexpected. Do not skip, because this part changes everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The envelope feels light, yet strangely important, as if the smallest thing inside carries the deepest meaning. There is no sender written on it. No date. No obvious clue. Only your attention, your patience, and the quiet feeling that this moment has been waiting for you longer than you know. You open it slowly. Inside is a single card, folded once. And before you even read the words, you notice something remarkable. The handwriting looks familiar, not because you have seen it before, but because it feels connected to a memory you almost forgot. That strange feeling when something new arrives, yet your spirit says, "This belongs to a story already written somewhere inside you." The first line is short. It says, "You almost stopped believing this day would come." And suddenly your heart becomes still. Because there were days when you truly thought certain answers would never arrive. Days when silence felt longer than hope. Days when ordinary mornings passed without signs, without clarity, without anything unusual. Yet now, standing there with the black bag still open beside you, you realize silence was never emptiness. It was preparation. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The second line reveals even more. It says, "What was delayed was being prepared with greater care than you imagined." And now the key in your hand feels different. No longer just an object. Now it feels connected. Because keys do not arrive without purpose. Keys appear when something once closed is finally ready to open. You look again inside the black bag, wondering if you missed anything. The note, the envelope, the key, the heavier object beneath them, all now seem part of one carefully arranged message. Then your eyes return to that heavier item. You lift it fully this time. It is a small box, darker than the bag itself, smooth and simple, with no decoration. The key fits perfectly into a tiny opening at the front, as if both were always meant to meet in this exact second. Do not skip. This is where the mystery deepens. You hesitate, because some moments feel too meaningful to rush. The silence around you becomes part of the experience. Even the room feels different, as if everything waits with you. Then slowly, carefully, you turn the key. The box opens. Inside there is no bright treasure, no dramatic object, nothing loud or flashy. Instead, there is something far more powerful. A photograph. Folded carefully so the image is hidden until you fully open it. And when you do, the meaning becomes impossible to ignore. Because the photograph is not random. It shows a place connected to a dream you once held quietly. A place you imagined during uncertain nights. A place tied to a hope you never spoke loudly because you feared disappointment. And yet here it is. In your hands. Inside a mysterious black bag left at your door. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. At the back of the photograph, another sentence appears. This is closer than it seems. Now the room feels smaller because your thoughts suddenly become larger. You begin connecting details, recent moments, unusual feelings, strange timings, little things you almost dismissed. The delayed answer. The quiet preparation. The key. The place in the photograph. All of it begins forming one clear truth: something has been moving toward you long before you noticed. And what makes this unforgettable is that the black bag did not arrive with noise, because true turning points rarely announce themselves loudly. They appear softly, then stay in your mind forever. You look again inside the box and notice something hidden beneath the photograph. Another folded piece of paper. Smaller than the first note. You unfold it carefully. 3 words only. Before sunrise, watch closely. Now the mystery becomes deeper than before. Why before sunrise? Why now? Why your door? Do not skip. Because once-in-a-lifetime moments often begin with simple instructions that seem small until the meaning unfolds. The black bag still sits beside you like proof that ordinary evenings can suddenly become unforgettable. And now every sound outside feels important, every passing second feels connected, every quiet moment feels full of possibility. The air itself feels different. Because when something arrives carrying meaning, your spirit notices before your mind explains it. You move toward the window, photograph in one hand, note in the other, key still resting beside the opened box. And there, outside, something catches your eye. Not dramatic, not loud, just enough movement to make you wonder if this mystery is still unfolding right now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the black bag was never only about what it contained. It was about preparing you to notice what comes next. And what comes next is even more surprising than what you already opened, because the final part of this message has not yet revealed itself. Some things are placed in your hands. Some things appear outside only when you are finally paying attention. And just before you step closer to the window, you notice one final hidden detail at the bottom of the box. The last sign appears when the sky begins to change. Now you understand why nothing here is accidental. The bag arrived. The key opened. The photograph confirmed. The message warned. And the next moment is still waiting. Just before the sky begins to change, the silence outside becomes so deep that even the smallest sound feels important, and that is when you realize this mysterious black bag was never the end of the message, it was only the beginning of something designed to pull your attention toward a moment you were never supposed to miss. Do not skip, because what happens now explains why the bag arrived exactly when it did. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You stand near the window, holding the photograph, the folded note, and the strange calm inside you grows stronger. The world outside still looks ordinary, yet nothing feels ordinary anymore. A street you have seen many times suddenly feels full of hidden meaning. A quiet corner near your door now looks like the center of a story that was already moving before you opened that black bag. Then you notice it. A faint reflection near the entrance. Not a person standing there. Not movement in the obvious sense. Just a small detail that was not there before, a second object placed near the exact spot where the bag had been resting. Your heart immediately understands this is connected. You step closer, carefully, because some moments ask for full attention. The first bag already revealed a key, a photograph, a message, and a promise that another sign would come when the sky changed. And now that promise is unfolding in front of you. The new object is smaller. A narrow black ribbon tied around a folded paper. No sound. No explanation. Just another silent arrival. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You pick it up slowly, and the paper feels warmer than expected, as though it had not been left there long ago, but only moments before. Whoever arranged this knew timing perfectly. Whoever prepared this wanted every detail to happen in order. The ribbon opens easily. Inside the folded paper is a sentence written more clearly than anything before. The first bag showed what was prepared. This one reveals why it chose your door. And suddenly every earlier clue becomes heavier with meaning. Because now it is personal in a deeper way. You read the next line. Not every door receives what yours received. That sentence stays with you. Because there are many doors, many homes, many ordinary nights. But this mysterious black bag arrived here, in your space, at your moment, with objects connected to thoughts you never explained aloud. Do not skip. The paper continues. You were meant to notice what others would ignore. And now the photograph returns to your mind. That place shown in the picture. That quiet promise written behind it, this is closer than it seems. You place the paper beside the opened box and look once more at the photograph. But this time, under the changing light, a hidden detail appears that you did not notice before. A mark in the corner. A small symbol. The same symbol is now printed faintly on the second note. That means everything belongs together. The bag. The key. The photograph. The box. The second message. Nothing is random. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The sky outside begins shifting into softer light, and suddenly you remember the line hidden inside the box. The last sign appears when the sky begins to change. That means the true final sign has not happened yet. And just then, as you lift your eyes again toward the entrance, something even more surprising appears. The black bag itself, still where you left it, looks slightly different. You move closer. At first it seems impossible, but the side of the bag now reveals a zipper you did not notice before. A hidden compartment. A second space inside what you thought had already given everything. Your hands open it carefully, and inside there is only one thing. A sealed transparent sleeve holding another photograph. But this image is different from the first. This one shows not a place, but a clock. And the time shown on that clock matches the exact moment you are standing in right now. That is when the mystery becomes unforgettable. Because whoever prepared this knew not only what would be opened, but when it would be opened. Do not skip. Stay till the end. On the back of this second photograph, another line appears. Some arrivals are timed so perfectly they only make sense after you look back. Now the earlier delays in your life begin feeling different. Things that once seemed slow suddenly appear intentional. Moments you thought were empty now look like preparation. Closed paths now feel like redirection. And the black bag becomes more than an object left at your door. It becomes proof that quiet moments often carry the strongest revelations. The room feels still again, but now you notice something else. Inside the transparent sleeve there is one final thin card hidden behind the photograph. You slide it out carefully. The card contains only 4 words. One more knock will come. Now every second feels important. Because you know the story is still moving. You know the mystery is not finished. You know the black bag was only the first arrival. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The first knock already happened in silence, the bag itself. The second sign arrived in paper and ribbon. And now a third moment is promised. Not imagined. Promised. You place every item carefully in front of you, the key, both photographs, the notes, the opened box, the black bag with its hidden compartment, and for the first time, the full picture begins forming. Every object points forward. Nothing points backward. Everything says one truth without speaking it loudly. Something meaningful is still approaching. And then, just as you look toward the door again, a faint sound reaches you. Not loud. Not repeated. Just one clear knock. Exactly once. And suddenly the mystery becomes even deeper than before. That single knock changes the entire atmosphere, because until now everything arrived in silence, but this time the sound itself feels like a signal that the final meaning of the mysterious black bag is ready to unfold. Do not skip, because this moment carries the answer you have been waiting for. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. For a second, you do not move. The room becomes completely still. The opened box remains on the table, the key catches the faint light, the photographs lie side by side, and every note now feels like it was guiding you toward this exact second. One knock only. No second sound. No voice. Just that single clear moment at the door. You walk slowly, because when every clue has arrived in perfect order, the final step feels too important to rush. The mysterious black bag still rests near the entrance, now no longer just an object but proof that something extraordinary chose your ordinary moment. As your hand reaches the door, another thought enters your mind. What if the final answer is not outside, but hidden in the meaning of everything already given? Still, you open it. And what waits there is even more surprising than anything inside the bag. Nothing. No person standing there. No visible sender. Only the quiet morning light beginning to spread, and at the exact center of your doorway, one final envelope placed neatly where your eyes cannot miss it. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This envelope is different from the others. It is lighter in color, almost glowing under the changing sky, as if meant to arrive only now, after every earlier sign had already prepared your thoughts. You pick it up carefully. The front contains only one sentence. Now you understand why the bag came first. That line alone changes how you look at everything. Because suddenly it becomes clear, the black bag was never the message by itself. It was preparation so your heart would slow down enough to notice what matters when the final truth appeared. You open the envelope. Inside is a single sheet, folded with precision. The first line reads, "The bag contained reminders that what is meant for you does not arrive loudly. And now all the objects begin speaking together without sound. The key reminds you that some things open only at the right time. The photographs remind you that what once felt distant can suddenly become near. The notes remind you that silence often hides preparation. And the hidden compartment reminds you that meaning is often deeper than the first thing you see. Do not skip. The next line says, "Many people wait for extraordinary signs while overlooking quiet proof already at their door." That sentence stays with you because it explains everything. How often have small moments passed unnoticed? How many times did quiet timing carry meaning you only understood later? How many ordinary evenings were actually holding unseen preparation? Now this mysterious black bag feels like more than a story, it feels like a reflection of how life changes, softly first, clearly later. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You continue reading. The next sentence reveals the strongest truth yet. What was inside the bag was never greater than what awakened inside you while opening it. That changes everything. Because maybe the true contents were not only the note, the key, the photographs, or the box. Maybe the true contents were attention, patience, and the sudden understanding that even quiet arrivals deserve full notice. Then near the bottom of the page, another line appears. The final item was never placed inside because it was already with you. You stop reading. Because now the mystery turns inward. What final item? You look again at everything laid out before you. The bag. The key. The box. The photographs. The notes. The envelope. And then you understand. The final item was expectation, the part of you that had almost gone silent but became alive again through every clue. The part that suddenly noticed timing. The part that began connecting meaning. The part that believed something important could arrive quietly and still change everything. Do not skip. Stay till the end. At the very bottom of the page, one final sentence waits. When the next ordinary day begins, remember this. Some doors open long before they move. And suddenly the title itself becomes complete. Someone dropped a mysterious black bag right at your door. And what it contained was not only objects. It contained timing. It contained hidden confirmation. It contained quiet proof that not every life-changing moment arrives with noise. The most unforgettable part is that after everything is opened, the black bag itself now looks ordinary again. Yet you know it is no longer ordinary, because meaning changed it. You place the final paper beside the others and notice one last hidden detail inside the empty envelope. The next surprise never announces its date. And that is why this story stays with you, because now every ordinary knock, every quiet morning, every unnoticed second feels different. Because once a mysterious black bag arrives carrying meaning, even silence begins to sound important. And just when it seems the mystery has completely ended, a new realization begins to rise, because some stories do not truly finish when the final envelope is opened, they continue in the quiet thoughts that remain after everything has been read. Do not skip, because the final meaning is stronger than the mystery itself. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The room is silent again, yet it no longer feels like the same room where this began. Every object placed before you now carries more weight than when first discovered. The black bag is empty, but somehow it feels fuller than before, because now it holds memory, timing, and a message that changed the meaning of an ordinary moment. You look once more at the key. At first it seemed to belong only to the box, but now you understand that keys often symbolize more than what they open physically. Some keys arrive to unlock understanding. Some arrive to reveal patience. Some appear only after long waiting so that you recognize their value when they finally come. Then your eyes move to the first photograph, the place that once looked distant, now carrying the line, "This is closer than it seems." That sentence now feels larger than before. Because many things in life feel far away until one quiet moment suddenly proves they were moving closer all along. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The second photograph. The clock frozen at the exact moment you open the hidden compartment, still feels impossible to explain fully. Yet maybe that was the point. Some signs are not sent to be fully explained. They are sent to be remembered. And that is why this black bag matters so deeply. It arrived not to create noise, but to create awareness. The folded notes, the ribbon, the final envelope, all of them slowly formed one truth: quiet arrivals can carry unforgettable meaning. Then you notice something you had missed before. Inside the black bag, near the inner seam, stitched so subtly it almost disappears, there is one final line written in tiny letters. You lean closer. It says, "What was delivered once can be understood forever." That line settles everything. Because now the black bag becomes more than a moment, it becomes a lesson hidden inside mystery. Do not skip. Many people spend years waiting for dramatic proof before they believe something important is near. Yet often the strongest proof arrives softly, asking only for attention. A single knock. A simple envelope. A hidden compartment. A sentence that seems small until it changes how you look at everything. And perhaps that is why the bag came in black, not to frighten, not to overwhelm, but to hide details until your attention became strong enough to uncover them one by one. The mystery did not rush you. It invited you slowly. First curiosity. Then clues. Then understanding. Then reflection. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. You gather every item carefully, placing them back near the bag one by one, and suddenly you realize something remarkable: the order matters even now. The key returns beside the box. The photographs return beneath the notes. The final envelope rests on top. And the black bag, once empty, now looks complete again, as if every part belongs exactly where it started. That is when the final truth becomes impossible to ignore. Nothing inside was random because nothing in the order was random. Even the first note prepared your mind before the key appeared. Even the key prepared your hand before the box opened. Even the box prepared your eyes before the photograph spoke. Even the photograph prepared your thoughts before the knock arrived. Everything was sequence. Everything was timing. Everything was quiet precision. Do not skip. Stay till the end. And perhaps that is why this story remains unforgettable. Because everyone watching understands something inside themselves while listening, life often works exactly this way. Answers come in pieces. Meaning comes in layers. The full picture rarely arrives first. One ordinary sign appears. Then another. Then suddenly what once looked disconnected becomes perfectly clear. You look toward the door again, not because you expect another bag, but because now every ordinary doorway feels different. Now every quiet sound carries possibility. Now every unnoticed detail seems worth attention. And just before you finally step away, morning light reaches the black bag fully for the first time, revealing one last hidden detail on the outer surface, something invisible in earlier light. A faint symbol matching the one from the notes and photographs. And beneath it, almost invisible until now, one final sentence. The greatest contents were never inside the bag. They began when you chose not to ignore it. That is why this story ends differently than expected. The mysterious black bag did contain objects. But more than that, it contained attention. It contained timing. It contained the awakening of meaning inside an ordinary moment. And that is why even after everything is finished, one thought remains stronger than all the clues. Sometimes the quietest arrival leaves the deepest memory.